Go ahead. So let's open the box. This is it here. VION. We've got VION.parts. If you want to go visit, see what else they have. In the very back, don't go ahead and throw out the box. The instructions are nicely laid out here. These are the clip placements that you want to follow through. There's both instruction from Model Y and a Model 3 here. Basically, it gives you very good instructions. So let's go ahead and open up this box. Nice. I'm always impressed with VION and previously TMI. Very nice, very nice. So you can always take off your sunshade if you want to take it and travel. You want to be able to have it portable as well. So I'm just going to get everything out of the box here. All right, so here's the carrying case for VION. Very nice. I like that they thought about that, you know, give you a carrying case, and for $69.99 US, that's a steal. Here are the clips. Just looking at this already, clips look stellar. Don't look cheap at all. Good stuff. Looking at the products, so I see VION also thought about the rear rectangular smaller windows, so that's really nice. I'm going to give you a zoomed in look on the product quality. And then there's two pieces here, which is excellent because there's a lot of sagging that can happen with these sunshades. So I feel the engineering on here is well thought out already. They're labeled, so don't, you know, there is no guesswork here to figure out what is what. So this is the front and it's labeled nicely here. It says front VION, and this one here says rear. Well done, VION. Well thought out. So as you can tell, there's a reflective part of it here, and you can see when I'm telling you it's good quality, it's really done well. So here's the label that says rear, VION branding right here, and VION here, and this is where it says front. So you can't really confuse any of that. This is really nice. VION here as well. And I think they're universal for either mirror, either window I should say. And here you go, these are the clips, high quality. Don't look cheap at all. So just to show you really quickly here, you've got these tiny clips that actually snap on to the edge of the actual sunshade. It is, I would say, about a ½ an inch thick, and what you can't see is that it's a very well engineered piece of metal, I think, that's running to the length all around the sunshade, and it's sort of like a lip engineer, and this clip will actually clip, and what you're going to do is you see that it has sort of a clip here that kind of is going to clip to the inside of the rim of the metal, and then you just push up and it actually locks into place here. So as you can tell, and to remove it, you just push downward. So you're gonna go under and slowly just tilt it up, and it actually clips onto the piece here, which I think is actually very, very smart, because this piece is actually really snug, so I don't see how it could fall off very easily. The only piece that doesn't look like it's going to actually clip onto the unit is this at first glance, but what I think it is where two pieces meet up, and based on your vehicle and how the actual roof liner is created, they give you, you know, the ability to move this sort of back and forth in the vehicle. So I'm interested to see how that'll work out, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys the clip engineering and what went into all that and what they kind of want you to do in terms of the installation. The installation here is pretty straightforward. It's nothing too crazy. They're basically giving you some steps on where they want to get you to use the clips to strategically place them around the roof. Now obviously, you know, you can tell the bigger portion is the rear. One of them is, and they're labeled rear and front, right? So it's not rocket science. So you've got the rear here, the front here, and they're giving you the clips. Obviously there's only 3 of these large clips, so I think they're giving you one extra one there. You're probably going to only use them for the centerpieces here and here, and then the smaller clips are the ones that go all around. So we're going to give that a go. I just wanted to show you the instructions here and show you how that clip will clip on here. So I think a lot of you may run into a problem with folding this one back into the pouch. Now, you know, for those of you that want to know, this is very much like folding one of those pop-up tents. It's quite easy. You just have to be patient, okay? And it's actually really easy once you know how to do it. And the best way I know how, so there's 2 sides, right? So here's the reflective side and here's the non-reflective side. So what you're going to do with the rounded edge facing down, you're going to have your hands placed facing towards you. And what you're going to do, you're just going to naturally fold it like so. Now, what's going to happen is, you see this corner here, this actually has to fold inwards like so. So I'll show you again. This corner has to come, so you're sort of folding it inwards, you see? And then you're just going to fold it in here. And then it automatically forms into that to-go shape. So again, you want to have the rounded edges facing the bottom, the edges, the sharper edges facing upwards. You want to have the non-reflective side facing away from you. Although, if you did take it on either side, the same principle applies. You want to fold inwards. So you can do it either way. So pick whichever side you'd like. Just make sure that, you know, the edges are facing up, which I found to be easy, and then holding palms facing out, you're going to twist like so. And I found it easier to move my hand like this so I can grab it, and the corner edge, just want to fold that a little bit. I'm applying very little pressure here to get it to do that, and that's it, and it conforms into its shape. There you go. VION, excellent thinking. I hated the pop-up tents, and the way they did this alone to get it ready and going, absolutely phenomenal. Very proud of you, VION. I didn't think that was going to be that easy to put this sucker back into its original shape. Again, I'm going to show you again. There's 2 edges. We've got the rounded edges here facing down, the corner edges facing up, and I'm just folding it inwards and curling the corner down, just helping it all. I'm literally helping it along get into its already engineered shape. I hope that helped. So what I'll be doing here now is installing the front portion. And what I'm making sure is that the reflective portion, which is very easy to tell, I'm going to be facing that upwards. The rounded edges clearly are going to go around the front edge. I've strategically and as instructed placed the clips in 3 areas, one at the top, one over on the far right, and one over to my left. what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply try to maneuver all this out here. And I'm gonna guide the clips into the top area. Now, I've noticed that I didn't really center the first center clip, so I'm just sliding that, and I'm going to align it with the emergency button. So far, so good. The clips just do the job. Now, this would be easier with 2 people, but you know, it's not that hard. So what I'm doing is just strategically sliding the clips into place over the existing car's interior shade. Now, I've noticed along some of the areas, the original vehicle sunshade is very snug. So you almost need to sort of create a gap for the clip, which doesn't need a lot of space just to get in here. So you just want to take your time. You don't want to scratch your existing interior, right? You just want to be smart about it. And what I'm going to tell you right away is that it is quite flexible. And I was kind of worried at first seeing it essentially to see if it would really close out all the gaps, and I'm going to tell you it does. It actually does, and there's quite a bit of flexibility for you to slide the sunshade into place, and I can feel immediate protection from the sun from right above. I just want to make it clear that if you're watching this video and you don't own a Tesla, you're going to see that it gets extremely hot in the cabin, and there's, you know, literally nothing you can do about it other than turn on your AC, and sometimes you don't want that. So right now it's about 96 degrees Fahrenheit out here in Madison, Wisconsin, and this is really working. I'm really impressed, really impressed. So now we're going to install the rear portion, and again, I've strategically placed the clips as instructed. Now, I've actually installed a little bit more clips on the rear as I realized that I had more clips available. So again, very straightforward. I guess I should bring it in the right way. I had it the wrong way. Okay, so I've placed more clips all along the edge of the rear. The curved section is obviously going to go towards the back. All right, again, same thing. There's a lot more gaps in certain areas with the original vehicle's interior dash, and you just want to be careful not to scratch it, and you're just placing it. This will definitely be easier with 2 people, but it's not a definite need. What I'm trying to do is just slide the clips in, okay, and you see that it goes in easy. Okay, it is. So for the rears, it's pretty straightforward. If you face the logo upwards, you know where it goes. You could probably use clips if you wanted to, but this thing is designed so well, it's literally in there, and you just push it in. And I don't think it even needs the clips, but if you wanted to, you could use, they give you enough clips to put in there, but it's not going to come out unless I pull on that. Like, I think that's in there snug, quite nice. So let's take a look at the finished product here. So here is the first clip that is strategically placed in the center of the front of the vehicle. Here's another one for the front right, and the other clip is at the front left over here. Now, I wasn't too sure overall how this gap would originally fill when I had it out on the floor, because I felt like the metals didn't line up and there was gaps. And what I found to be amazing once I installed it, they actually, like, you can actually move these around, you see, and kind of set it to however the molding came out for your original dash. This side seems to be a lot higher on my vehicle than it is on the right side. And if you notice, the clips, like there's literally minute gaps, which obviously are not gonna make or break me from buying this shade. Here's the center clips that sort of, you can slide it back and forth. This is what I meant earlier, according to your interior and where the joints meet, you can slide that back and forth. Now in the rear, I've gone ahead and actually used 2 clips instead of the directed or instructed 1 clip, just because I had more, and knowing me, I would probably lose the clips eventually. So I thought, you know what, it's better just to clip them on. So here's the back. And honestly, I think it's amazing. You could see some areas where it looks like the sun, but it's actually the shiny portion doing its job. I feel immensely cool here right now. It's 98 degrees Fahrenheit. It's extremely hot. And it's just absolutely cooling. And I like that it is in 2 pieces, because I've read that a lot of them tend to sag. And this one, there's no sagging whatsoever. Like, I mean, it's perfect. And I like the fact that I could just remove half of it if I wanted to. So that's really, really nice. VION came through again. Absolutely blown away. Now, I'm going to be honest, the material also is perfect. I think from the way it was folded for a while, there's a little bit of like crease marks, but I think it's going to go away with the heat, to be honest. The color match, I mean, it's perfect. It's a dead-on color match. I can't knock that at all. This product just blew me away. Very easy install. It should take you all about 10 minutes. Thank you for watching.